Hello sports fans, and welcome to a fun little project we're going to do here tonight as we look to take 24 men, the 24 fictional professional bowlers that came with the base Bowl-O-Rama game, and kind of throw them into a single elimination traditional style tournament and see who comes out on top. Now I know this isn't a typical bowling tournament because we here at Board Sports Network have no clue how a bowling tournament works. So we're going to do it our way and just have a little fun with this and play a little more of the game and hey, just see what happens. Just have some fun. We got 24 bowlers, plan on getting through the first round tonight, which is going to end up being 16 bowlers, 4 games, so 4 matches. So the 4 bowlers are going to all bowl at the same time, but only 2 of them are competing against each other. Then the winner between those 2 will move on to the next round. We're going to get the first round done tonight and then try to finish it up tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. But let's go ahead and go down to the lanes and get this tournament underway. So here is how our 24 team single elimination tournament looks like. So we'll roll these 4 together, these 4, these 4, and these 4 tonight, and the winners of those will come back tomorrow night for round 2 and hopefully the conclusion of the tournament. So we have our first 4 bowlers on the lane. We have Wayne Rasso, who is a 219 average, and he is going to be going against Trent Conrad, who is a 218 average, so ought to be a good matchup there. Sonny Wayne is a 220 average, and Ralph McNamara is a 228. I'm going to be keeping score on the traditional sheet, but I have my bowling app here just so I make sure that I get the scores right. We don't want to have a fiasco like we did the other night, where Charles Can You Spare a Lucky Strike Porter got on there and told me he wanted a rematch. So let's go ahead and get the first game underway and see what 2 come out of this match. So we'll go ahead and roll for Wayne Rasso first. That's a routine bowl on a 9, and he is going to start out with a strike. So then next up will be Trent Conrad. Ooh, exceptional ball on a 14, and he's going to get a strike. So both of them coming out hot as Sonny Wayne steps up next. Ooh, that's a 5. So a routine ball on a 12, and he'll get a strike. So everyone coming out here rolling good balls. Next up will be Ralph McNamara, and he gets a questionable ball on a 14, and he's going to hit a 7 minus. So then we go to his 7 minus chart. Routine 20, and he's just going to get 1 pin on that. So he starts out with an 8. Wayne Rasso stepping back up for his second throw. Exceptional ball on a 4, and he's going to hit another strike. Trent Conrad up now. Questionable ball, or routine ball on a 16. He's going to hit an 8 plus. So we'll go to his 8 plus column. He gets a routine ball on a 6, and he will pick that spare up. Next up is Sonny Wayne here in the second frame. Routine ball on a 6, and he will get a strike. Ralph McNamara, 228 average, but he's behind early already. Routine on a 16, and that's going to be an 8. So McNamara, it's an 8 plus. Routine ball on a 6, he ought to pick that up, and he does. We'll go back to Wayne Rasso stepping back up to the lane. Routine ball 13, he gets another strike, so turkey for him. Trent Conrad coming up for his 3rd throw on a routine ball on a 5, and he will get a strike. So he's got a 40 after 2 frames. We'll go to Sonny Wayne, who has 2 strikes in a row so far. Ooh, routine questionable, or routine 19, that's a 7 plus. So not a good throw by him. We go to the 7 plus column. routine 11, and he will pick that up. Next up will be Ralph McNamara. He's got a lot of work to do. Routine ball and a 5, and that's a good start as he gets a strike. We go back to the top, and Wayne Rasso. Routine ball, 20. That's a 7. So uncharacteristic of him, he's got 57 after 2 frames. We'll look at a regular 7, routine 1, and that is a spare. So he picks it up for a 77 after 3. Now on to Trent Conrad. Routine ball, 12, and that is a strike for him. So he is hot early. And Sonny Wayne up next, exceptional ball, 5, and that is a strike. He's got 67 after 3 frames. Ralph McNamara up next, exceptional 5, and he is going to hit a strike. He's got 28 after 2. We go to Wayne Rasso for his 5th throw. Ooh, questionable 16. That is a Y ball. That's a 55. This is Y, right? 55. Ooh, he gets a 5 minus. So not a good throw. He's got a 92 after 4 frames. We'll go to the 5 minus spare attempt. Wayne Rasso is an A. So 6, another questionable ball, 17, and he only gets 1 pin off that. So he's at a 98 after 5 frames. That could hurt. Wayne Rasso, Trent Conrad coming up for his 5th frame. Routine ball, 18. He just gets an 8. So things might be starting to slow down a bit for folks. As we go to Trent Conrad's 8 column, routine 3, and he'll pick that up. An 88 after 4 frames. Now we go to Sonny Wayne, routine 20. That's a 7. So these guys all starting to cool off all at once. As that's a regular 7, routine 10, and he gets the spare. So bad at scoring bowling, I about messed up keeping score on the iPad. Ralph McNamara up next for his 5th frame throw. Routine 6, that's got to be good, and it is. So 3 strikes in a row for him. He's got 58 after 3. Wayne Rasso stepping back up. 3, that's routine 2, and he hits a strike. He needed that one. As Trent Conrad up now, exceptional 15, that is a strike. For a 108 after 5. And Sonny Wayne up now, routine or exceptional 17, that's a strike. So a little bit of everyone started cooling off all at once, but now everyone's starting to heat back up as we're in the 6th frame. For McNamara, exceptional ball, 16, that's going to be a strike. So all 4 of them get strikes in that frame. McNamara with an 88 after 4. Rasso stepping up for his 7th frame, exceptional ball, 20, and that's a 9. So even though he hit the exceptional, he hit the 20. That's a 9 regular. Well, they're all routine 7. And he will get the spare. So 118 after 6 for him. And Trent Conrad for his 7th frame. Exceptional, that's a strike. Sonny Wayne up for frame 7. That is routine 2. He's going to hit a strike. So everyone's starting to heat up all at once. McNamara, exceptional 17. That's a strike for him. So 118 after 5. He is in the lead after 5 frames. And we go to frame 8 for Wayne Rasso. That's a routine 9. And that's a strike for him. For 138 after 7. Trent Conrad up for his 8th frame. Routine 7. That's a strike. for 138 after 6 for him. Sonny Wayne up next, questionable 12. That's a 7. That is going to hurt him. That's a regular 7. He rolled a questionable 10. He still picks it up though. So for 154 after 7. So after 6 he had 134. 154 after 7. And we go to Ralph McNamara. He's got 5 strikes in a row after that slow start. Questionable strike. He had a questionable 1 and was able to hit it for 148 after 6. So he might be in the lead. I think he's in the lead so far. I don't know how to determine who is in the lead after frames, but so we go to frame 9. Wayne Rasso had a strike his last time bowling. Routine ball 18, that's just an 8. So Rasso might be running out of steam here. That's a regular 8. Routine 17, and he picks it up for 158 after 8. That brings out Trent Conrad. Routine 7, that's a strike. 4 strikes in a row for him. He's got a 168 after 7. We go to Sonny Wayne. Routine 8, that's a strike for him. 174 after 8 for him. And Ralph McNamara coming up for the 9th frame. Exceptional strike. He is heated up after that very slow start. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikes in a row for 178 after 7. He looks to have this one well in hand against Sonny Wayne. We go to the 10th frame now for Wayne Rasso. Routine 10, that's a strike for his first throw. He's got 2 more, that's a routine 11, that's a strike for him. He's got a 178 after 9. And for his third throw in the 10th frame, routine 1, and he finishes out with 3 straight strikes for a 208. So 208, he's a 219 average, so a little below average for him. And we go to Trent Conrad, routine 1, that's a strike for him for his first throw. Roll number 2, that is a routine 10. That's a strike for him. And he has taken this match against Wayne Rasso, and he is exceptional 20. That's a 9. So he finishes with a 257. 218 average. So 198 after 8, 228 after 9, 257 after 10. So Trent Conrad is going to move on against Wayne Rasso. Sonny Wayne in the 10th frame going to be finishing it up. Routine 6. That is a strike for his first throw. Throw number 2 is a questionable 6. That is an 8+. And he gets 1 more throw. Finish this out. That is a, holy cow. That is a routine 7. And that will be a spare for his last throw for a 222. So 174, 202, and 222. I don't think that's going to be enough for McNamara. Sonny Wayne is a 220 average, and he rolled a 222. McNamara with his last throws. Routine 1, that's a strike. He has absolutely caught fire. He's got 208 after 8. Roll number 2 here in the 10th frame. That's a routine 20. That's just a 7. So 7 is 235 after 9, and he easily has this one. As this throw doesn't matter, routine, but he's going to go ahead and pick up the spare anyway for a 255. So 228 average, hits a 255. Actually, Trent Conrad ended up beating him by 2 pins. So we'll go ahead and fill out our bracket here, and we'll get on to the next set. All right, next up in this group of 4 will be Chuck Leclerc, who is a 217 average, Chet Greenberg, 211 average from Amonk, New York, Gary Salerno with a 224 average from Alquipa, Pennsylvania, and Hub Reef Snyder, 227 average from Show Low, Arizona. So these two are in their 220s. These two are in their 210s. So ought to be some pretty good matchups, but let's go ahead and go down to Chuck Leclerc with his first throw, routine 17. That's just an 8 to lead off to start this game. That's a 8 regular. So routine 16, and he will pick up the spare. Brings us to Chet Greenberg, exceptional 18. That's a 9. For his first throw. Routine 5, and he'll get it. Gary Salerno is up next. Ooh, questionable 16. That is a U-ball. So that's my first U-ball, which is kind of a rare result. See if I can find it here. U-ball. So these are rare results. So we'll roll the dice. And we'll read it. Black die first, white die. So a 56. Pressure gets the bowler. Used questionable results on all spare attempts the rest of the game. Gary Salerno. Questionable on all spares. So the pressure is getting to him already. So being in this high-profile Board Sports Network tournament, and he may struggle. Reef Snyder may have an easy game here, but we'll go ahead and roll for Salerno. Anyway, that is a 1. That's an exceptional 3. He gets a strike. So that might be the only way he can get through this game is if he just throws strikes. Hub Reef Snyder with his first throw here. That is a routine 16. That's a 9. So all of them, except for Salerno, who is under pressure. That's a routine 13. That's a spare. So everyone misses their first throw except for Salerno, who's playing under pressure. Chuck Leclerc comes out for the second frame. Routine 19. That's a 7 plus. So Leclerc, he's struggling early on as we go to the 7 plus column. Routine 7. He's going to get a spare on that one. So he's got a 17 after 1. Chet Greenberg up next. Routine 4. That's a strike. 20 after 1. Gary Salerno is up. That's another exceptional 4. So another strike for him. As even though he may appear nervous, or he's nervous on the inside, he's not showing it. As Reef Snyder gets a routine 4 and a strike. So 20 for him after 1, and we go to frame 3. Leclerc with his throw. Questionable 6. That is an 8. Leclerc still does not have a strike. He's got a 35 after 2 frames. That is a regular 8. That's a routine 13, and that's a spare for him. Greenberg up next. That's a routine 3, and he's going to roll a strike. Salerno, see if he can get another exceptional. He doesn't. Routine 10, but that's a strike anyway. So he stays hot. That's 30 for him after 1. And Reef Snyder will be up next for his third throw. Routine 17. That's an 8 plus. See if he can pick this up here. He should. He's only got, 8 plus. And that is a spare for him. His card is, I mean, it's all spares unless he gets a questionable 20. So we'll go to frame 4 with Leclerc. Routine 3, and he gets on with his first strike. He's got a 55 after 3. Greenberg up next. That's a questionable 5, and that is an 8 for him. So the pressure might be getting to him a little bit. Regular 8. That's a routine 3, and that's going to be a spare for him. 68 after 3. So we go to Salerno. 3 strikes in a row, and he's going to get another one here. That's another exceptional ball strike. And Reef Snyder coming up for his 4th frame. Questionable 20. That is a U-ball. Wow. 2 U-balls in one game now. We go to the rare results. That is a 13 bowler focused. Read any questionable result as normal the rest of the game. So questionable equals normal. So that might be the... So he's got the upper hand on Salerno, but Salerno can't miss a strike. As Reef Snyder throws a strike for his 4th frame, and he's got a 60 after 3. So we go to Leclerc halfway through this game. 5th frame, still looking, well, he's got his first strike. Routine 11, that is going to be a strike for him, so he needed that to get back in this against Greenberg. Questionable 14, that is a Y ball. So 36, that's going to be 5 pins for Greenberg. And we go to the 5+ chart for Greenberg, who is an AA. That's a questionable 3, but he gets it anyway. So knocked down all 5 pins that he needed to. He's got an 83 after 4. We go to Salerno. Can he do it again? That's a routine 7, and that is a strike for him. So 5 strikes in a row. He's got a 90 after frame 3 now. Well in control. Well, Reef Snyder, he could come back. He's got a 60 after 3, but he's a couple pins short of those strikes he needs. But in his 5th frame, that is a exceptional 3, and he hits another strike. So on to the 6th we go with Leclerc. Routine 3, that is a strike. That's 3 in a row for him. He's got an 85 after 4. Greenberg. Exceptional 13, he's got a strike. Frame 6, he's got a 103 after 5. Salerno, can he keep it going here? Oh no, that is a questionable 20. So that is another U rare result for a Salerno. 64 bowler consistency laps, +3, D20 to all spare attempts the rest of the game. So those nerves really starting to pound now. He's got a +3 D20 spares rest of the game. Jeez. +3 D20 to all spare attempts the rest of the game. So he's got to stay hitting strikes here if he wants a chance. Routine 19, that's a 7+. So it's getting to him now, folks. Is he too far ahead of Reef Snyder, though? Questionable on all spare attempts, right? Yes, so this is a questionable ball automatically on a 7, which is a 7+, right? 7+. Go to the 7+ column. He gets a questionable, and a 20. That is a 1. So this just might be the opening Reef Snyder needs. He's got a 135 after 5, 143 after 6. Reef Snyder, does he smell the blood in the water? here in the 6th frame. He rolls a questionable ball. 2, that's a 9. So he's got an 89 after 4. His any questionable throw for him on a spare attempt, read any questionable result as normal rest of the game. So anything questionable for him is normal. Okay, so frame 6, he rolled a 9. Exceptional 3, that's a spare for him. He has got a 109 after 5. On to frame 7 we go with Leclerc. Routine 18, that is a 8. So he's starting to cool off a little bit. He's got a 113 after 5. We go to the regular 8, that is a routine 11. That'll be a spare for him. 133 after 6. So he may not be too far behind Greenberg. Greenberg comes up here in the 7th frame, routine 6, and that is another strike for him. Salerno, routine 14. That is a 9. So 9 for him. And remember, this is a questionable ball, and all the results are +3 D20, 3, 6, and that is a spare. So he picks it up. As Reef Snyder comes up here, that is a routine 20. That's a 7+. So we go to the 7+ column. That is a routine 20, and he gets it. So we just barely got it. 7-3 for 126 after 6. Salerno just barely hanging on. Leclerc comes up for his 8th frame. Routine 15. That's a 9. Things just aren't looking too good for Leclerc. Can't get him to fall. Questionable 2, and he'll get that spare. So 152 after 7. And we go to the 8th for Greenberg. Routine 8. That's a strike for him. So 3 in a row. 133 after 6. That's tied with Greenberg, but Greenberg are tied with Leclerc. Leclerc has 2 spares, and Greenberg has 2 strikes. So here is Salerno. This is the match of this is the exciting one. Routine 16. That's an 8+. Salerno starting to fall apart. So we go to 8+. Questionable ball. He rolls a 6, 9. And that's a spare. So he is just barely hanging on, hoping to get through this. He's got a 161 after 7. We go to Reef Snyder. That's an exceptional 5. That is a strike for him. 146 after 7. He is creeping up on him. Leclerc out for the 9th frame. Routine 11. That is a strike for him. 172 after 8. Greenberg up for his 9th frame. Routine 4. That is a strike for him. 4 strikes in a row. As he has a 163 after 7. Salerno. Can he do it? That is a routine 15. That's a 9. So Salerno really struggling. He's got a 180 after 8. Heck, Leclerc might be coming up on him. So that is a regular 9. Questionable 8. That is a strike. Or I mean a spare. So he is just barely hanging on as Reef Snyder comes up. Exceptional 17. That is a strike for him. Could that have done it? We go to Leclerc for his 10th frame. Routine 11. That is a strike for his first throw. Roll number 2, questionable 15. That is a 9 for him. So a 2-1 after 9. And here comes his third throw. Routine 13. He picks it up. So 221 for Leclerc. 217 average. So Greenberg, I think, has this one well in hand. First throw is a routine 15. That is an 8 plus. So 191 after 9 for him. We go to 8 plus. Routine 10. That's a spare. So 211 after 9. And his last throw is a questionable 3. That is an 8. Was that enough to do it? 229. He beats him. He beats Leclerc. 229 on a 211 average. So Greenberg will move on, but this is the one everyone is watching. Gary Salerno. Exceptional 3. That's a strike. He needed that one because he has 200 after 9. Roll number 2. Routine 2. That is a strike. Roll number 3 is an exceptional 10. That is a strike. So Salerno finishes with 3 strikes in a row for a 230 on a 224 average. Reef Snyder. This is going to be close. Routine 18. That's an 8. Oh. So Reef Snyder. First throw is an 8. That's a 174 after 8. An 8 plus. That's a routine 4. That's a strike. Or I mean a spare. He's got 194 after 9. Oh, this is it. Can he do it? Routine 10. That is a strike. Was that enough? No! 214. He actually was the worst out of all of them. 227 average, and he got a 214. 227 average. We'll go ahead and update our bracket here as Greenberg advances. Leclerc with a 221. Greenberg with a 229. Salerno will advance with a 230. Reef Snyder goes home with a 214. So, Greenberg will go on to face Vince Stremick. And Salerno will advance to face Bower-Master. And we go to the second half of the bracket for our next group of 8. And for our next round of competitors will be Don Rhoda facing off against Wally Stotch and Ted Hawley against Bill Carell. Don Rhoda is a 218 average, Wally Stotch is 229, Ted Hawley is 215, and Bill Carell is 227. So let's go ahead and get this match underway. Exceptional 10, that is a strike for Rhoda in his first frame. Next up will be Wally Stotch. Routine 20, ooh, that's a 7 for him. Regular 7. That is a questionable 18 and just 2. So Stotch 9 after 1 frame, and Ted Hawley set for his first roll of the day. Routine 19. That's a 7 plus for him. Look at the 7 plus column. That is a routine 9. And he will pick that up. Bill Carell with his first roll of the day, questionable 7. That is an 8 regular. See if he can pick it up here. He should be able to. Oh, questionable 20. He just gets 1, so a 9 for him. And Don Rhoda set for a second frame, routine 7. That is a strike. 2 strikes in a row for Rhoda. Wally Stotch with a 9 in his first frame, looking to pick it up here, routine 13. That is a strike for him, barely got it. Holly with his second frame, routine 2, he will have a strike. Carell for his second frame, routine 14, that is a 9 for him. So Carell kind of off to a slow start here. Should be able to pick this up, and he does for a spare. Don Rhoda in frame number 3, routine 10, and he will have a strike, so he's got 3 in a row. 30 after 1 for him. Wally Stotch with his second frame, routine 14, that's a 9. Look at the 9 column, that's a routine 5, and he will pick that up. Ted Holly, frame number 3, routine 18, that is an 8. So an 8 for Holly. Should be able to get this, routine 16, and he does. He picks up the spare. 40 after 2 for him. Bill Carell with his third frame, exceptional 20, and he gets a strike. Exceptional ball with a kind of a rough throw, but he's able to get all the pins down as we go to the fourth frame for Don Rhoda. Routine 10, strike. 4 strikes in a row for Rhoda. And Stotch with his fourth frame here, routine 10, and he will get a strike. 49 after 3 for him. Ted Holly with his fourth frame throw, routine 1, that'll be a strike. 60 after 3 for him. Carell here in the fourth frame, questionable 8. That is an 8 for him. 8 column should be able to pick the, ooh, questionable 15, and he picks it up. So good throw there. 49 after 3 for him. And we go to frame 5. Can Rhoda keep up his hot streak here? Routine 17. No, he doesn't. Gets an 8 plus. 88 after 3 for him. We go to 8 plus, and that is an exceptional 12, and that is a spare for him. So 108 after 4, and we go to Wally Stotch. Questionable 9, that is an 8 minus, so it might be a tough one to pick up. Can he do it? Routine 7, and he does. So spare for him, he's got 69 after 4. Ted Holly with his fifth frame of work here, questionable 8, that is an 8 minus for him. So everyone's struggling a little bit in this fifth frame. That is a questionable 6, and he does not pick up the spare. He gets a 1. So he has 79 after 4, 88 after 5 for him. Bill Carell, can he get past this 8 curse? And he's going to do it. Exceptional ball and a strike. 69 after 4 for him. To the 6th frame we go for Rhoda. Routine 2, that's a strike. 128 after 5. Wally Stotch will be up next. I think I marked on my lane there. Lane's getting a little dirty. Wally Stotch with a routine 13, and he gets a strike. 89 after 5. And Holly up in his 6th frame, and that's a 1-1. That's a definite strike, so everyone hitting the strikes in this frame. Bill Carell with a questionable 14. That is a 7-. So 7 pins in his throw, and that's going to be a tough spare to pick up. Routine 11. He does not get it. Just a 2. So an 88 after 5, 97 after 6. For him, we go to the 7th frame now with Rhoda. Ooh, questionable 15. That's a Y ball. We will look at 42. That is 5+, only 5 pins for Rhoda there on a 5+. He is an AA. Exceptional 16. He gets it. So 5 and 5 for him. 148 after 6. And Wally Stotch is up next. 3-13, so a routine 13, and that's a strike for him. 2 strikes in a row. And Ted Holly with his 7th frame, routine 4, that's a strike. We go to Bill Carell. That's exceptional 5. That's a strike for him. So we go to the 8th frame here with Rhoda, exceptional 7. That's a strike for him. In the 8th frame, he's got a 168 after 7. Wally Stotch. Here in the 7th frame. Oh, that's an exceptional 20, and he gets a strike. So 3 strikes in a row for him. 119 after 6. Holly here in the 8th. Questionable 18. That's another. That is a Y ball. So we'll look at 11. That is a 6+ for Holly. So go to my 6+ chart. Oh no. 6+ for Ted Holly. He's an AA. Questionable 14. He only gets 3 on that one. So that might hurt. That's going to hurt him big time. So 114 after 6, and then a 3, 133 after 7, 142 after 8. And we go to Carell. That wasn't a very good roll. Routine 4, that's a strike for him. 2 in a row. To the 9th frame we go with Rhoda. Routine 12, or exceptional 12, that's a strike for him. On to Wally Stotch. Exceptional 1, that's a strike. 4 strikes in a row for him. 149 after 7, he's catching back up to Rhoda. Ted Holly with his 9th frame throw. Questionable 8, that's an 8-. So Holly falling apart. Exceptional ball, 8. And he only gets 1 on that one. So another 9. 151 after 9 for him. Very low scoring game. He's a 215 average. We go to Bill Carell for his 9th frame. Exceptional 9. That's a strike for him. 3 in a row. 127 after 7. So here we go to the 10th. Don Rhoda. Exceptional 14. His first throw is a strike. 198 after 8 for him. We go to hit throw number 2. And that is a routine 13. That's a 9. 227 after 9 for him. He gets one more throw here. Ought to be able to pick it up. That's a routine 11, and he does. So Rhoda finishes with a 247. Very good game for him. 218 average. finishes with 247. Stotch with his first 10th frame throw, routine 13, that's a strike. That's 5 in a row for him. Oops. That gives him 179 in frame 8. Here is his second throw. Frame 10, routine 13. That's a strike. Barely gets it. But he gets it. He has gotten hot these last few frames. Is it enough? I don't think it is. Routine 16. That is an 8. So he is going to finish with a 237. Too little, too late for him. As that 9 in the first frame and a spare in the 5th really hurt him. But we go to Ted Holly. See how he finishes up. First throw is routine 19. That's a 7 plus. Holly has really fallen here late in the game. 7 plus, questionable 13. He gets it. He's got 151 after 9. He's got one more throw. Routine 14. He gets a 9. So 170 for Holly. 215 average and a 170. Double check my scores here real quick. Yep, 170 for Holly. We go to Carell. I think he's got this one well in hand. Routine 18, 9 for his first throw. Ought to be able to pick this one up, and he does. So a 9 spare. That gives him 156 after 8, 176. And he is going to move on as his last throw doesn't really matter. He gets a 7. So 193 for him. 227 average. And a 193. 9 in that first frame, 9 in frame 6. But Rhoda is going to move on. Big game by him, and Carell will move on to round 2. So on to our last group of 4 here in round number 1. We have Lynn Van Galder, a 227 average, facing off against Steve MacArthur, 207 average. Max Boston, 226 average, will be facing off against Danny Hack, a 213. So let's get this last group of round number 1 throwing and find out who moves on to round 2 as Van Galder throws a routine 10. That is a strike for him right out of the gate. And next up will be Steve MacArthur. Exceptional 4. That's a strike. Max Boston steps up for his first throw of the day. Routine 7. That is a strike for him. So all of them coming out with strikes. And Danny Hack, the last to bowl, routine 19. That's a 7. 7 plus for Danny Hack. See if he can pick it up here. Routine, or exceptional 2, and he does. So on to frame 2 for Lynn Van Galder. Routine 18, that's an 8. See if he can get this here. Normal difficulty, questionable 8, and he gets it. So it wasn't an easy pickup, it wasn't a tough one, but he was able to do it as he is 20 after 1. Steve MacArthur up next, 1-1, he gets a strike. Max Boston will be up next, routine 6, and he throws a strike. 2 strikes in a row for him. And Danny Hack, exceptional 1, that's a strike. So everyone strikes but Van Galder that round. Van Galder coming out for frame 3, exceptional 11, and he gets another strike. 40 after 2 for him. MacArthur will be up next, routine 14. That's an 8 plus. 8 pins for him. See if he can pick it up here. Should be able to, and he does. 114 for a 48 after 2. Next up will be Max Boston throwing the ball down the lane, routine 11, and he knocks every pin down. That is his 3rd strike in a row, 30 after 1 for him. Danny Hack with his 3rd frame, routine 17, and he only gets 8 pins down. So a normal 8, questionable, or not questionable, routine 19, and he only gets 1. So 39 after 2, 48 after 3. He is actually hurting. So he is actually struggling this game a little bit, as Van Galder gets set for his 4th frame of action. Routine 10, and he gets a strike. 2 in a row for him. Steve MacArthur will be up next. Routine 7, strike for him. 68 after 3 for him, as Max Boston comes up 3 strikes in a row. Can he make it 4? Routine 13, he does. 4 strikes in a row for Max Boston. As we go to Danny Hack for his 4th frame of work. Routine 5, and that is a strike for him. Frame 5 we go for Lynn Van Galder. Routine 19, and that is just an 8 for him. And we go to the 8 column. Let's see if he can pick it up here. Regular 8, 2, 5. He gets it. So 68 after 3, 88 after 4 for Van Galder, and we go to MacArthur for his 5th frame. Routine 7, that's a strike for him, 2 in a row. And Max Boston will be up next, routine 10. Let's make that 5 strikes in a row. So he has 90 after 3. I don't think he's going to have a problem with Hack this round. Hack with a routine 15, that's just a 9. See if he can pick it up here, and he does. 1-1. So spare for him gives him 68 after 4. We go to Van Galder for frame number 6. 2-1, gets it. Strike. 108 after 5, and we go to Steve MacArthur. 5-10, strike. 98 after 4. That's his 3rd strike in a row. Boston up next. Can he make it 6? That's a routine 4. He does. Can you jinx it in bowling when you start talking about a perfect game? I'm not going to talk about it. I did mention it though, but I may have jinxed it. Danny Hack up for his 6th frame. 4-14, gets a 9. So Hack struggling this game. It's not looking too good, like he's going to make it to the next round, but he does pick up the spare. He's got an 87 after 5. Van Galder comes out for the 7th frame, threw a strike his last time. 2-11, gets strike again, 2 in a row for him. As MacArthur comes out for his 7th frame of work. 327. That is a regular 7. Can he pick it up here? Ooh, 11, gets it. Questionable ball on 11, but he's able to get it. 145 after 6. Boston up now. Routine 6, gets it. Strike number 7 in a row for him. 150 after 5. Hack up next. Routine 16, 8 plus. We go to the 8 plus column. Should be able to get this. Routine 20, and he does. So Hack's not having the greatest night. It's a respectable night, but just not his night. As we go to the 8th frame for Van Galder. 5, 20, 7 plus. So he knocks down 7, but it should be an easy spare pickup for him. Exceptional 3, he gets it. For a 135 after 6, 155 after 7. MacArthur comes out for his 8th frame. Routine 6. That is a strike for him. 165 after 7 for him. Van Galder and Arthur are pretty close together. It'll be interesting to see how they finish out as Max Boston with his throw. Oh, questionable 9. There goes the perfect game, as that is an 8 minus. Can he pick up the spare exceptional 10? He gets it. So he won't have a perfect game, but he's got 178 after 6, 198 after 7. 8th frame for Danny Hack. Routine 5 gets it. Gives him a 125 after 7. To the 9th we go. Van Galder with his first throw. 3-3 gets it. Strike. He's got a 175 after 8. MacArthur steps up into the lane for frame 9, 2, 14. That's an 8 plus. Knocks down 8 pins. Ought to be a manageable spare pickup. 3, 6 gets it. He's got a 185 after 7. So he's got or after 8. He's got a 10 pin lead after 8. Van Galder picked up the strike in frame 9. MacArthur with the spare. So that one's going to come down to the wire as Boston steps up. 3, 12 strike. 218 after 8. Now Danny Hack for his 9th frame. 4, 15, 9. So a 9 on his first throw. Can he pick it up? Routine 3 gets it. 145 after 8. That matchup is well in hand as we go to the 10th frame here. Van Galder with his first throw. Routine 8 strike. Now here comes his second throw. Questionable 19. That is a Y ball. That is not what he needs. As 35, he only gets 5 pins. So 5. That gives him a 200 after 9. Let's see if he can pick this up here. Where's my 5 chart? I think it's on the other side. That is a 5 plus on. Get my charts to stay put here. 5 plus. MacArthur is an AA. Routine 18. And he picks it up. Barely. So he finishes the game with a 220. Will that be enough to beat MacArthur? 320. That's a 7. So MacArthur with a 7 on his first throw. He's got 202 after 9. That's a regular 7. Can he get it? Questionable 4. He gets it. Picks it up. I think he needs 8 pins here. I think 8 pins to tie. MacArthur with his throw. That's going to get it. That is a strike. So MacArthur with a 222. beats Van Galder by 2 as we go to Boston. He's got a max possible of 278. I don't think he's gonna, well, he might get it. First throw is a strike. Second throw is a routine 11. That is a strike. So 3 strikes. He's got 248 after 9. Can he pick up a third strike here? Routine 27. Won't get it. A respectable day, 275 for Max Boston. Absolutely nuts. 226 average, picks up a 275. The max that Hack can get is 290 or 195, so no way he's going to get that. His first throw is a strike though. 165 after 9. Second throw is a 3-5. That's a strike. And his third throw is a 5-3. That's a strike. So 195 for Danny Hack. That won't be enough to move on as MacArthur and Max Boston will advance to round 2. So that'll do it for round 1 of this 24-man single elimination tournament. I hope you guys liked it. Round 2 will be tomorrow night. I have a feeling I won't be able to finish the rest of the tournament tomorrow, seeing as this one took me well over an hour to get through 16 bowlers, all 10 frames. So hope you enjoyed the video tonight. Make sure to keep an eye out for round 2 tomorrow night. Good way to do that is to subscribe, and hey, you can also push notifications so you'll know right when that video pops up. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little bowling tournament we're going to have in between different projects. Like I said, I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you like it if you did. Leave a comment if you did, or leave a comment if you didn't like it. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a great night.